Hey guys, Corey Arnold here at Toyota Visa. Hey, today we're sitting inside a brand new 2024 Toyota Tundra Limited model. It is Lunar Rock, which you can't see on the outside, with the black on the inside. Guys, this is a good looking truck. The Lunar Rock was really hard to get, probably for all of 2022 and probably all of 2023. But they've gotten a little bit easier. So the Lunar Rock is something that we can actually do some orders on now. So this is a Lunar Rock Limited in the actual hybrid Synergy drive system. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. Let me turn that heat down. We got that heat going. Let me turn the fan down. All right, so here's what we want to do. Normally we always talk about the outside of a vehicle, but today we wanted to kind of go through the inside and talk about some bells and whistles here. So let's start up top. We're just going to come down and see how long the video is. All right, so let's go up top right here. Number one, okay, if you will rotate around the back and watch the window, all Tundra Crew Maxes, actually, this window goes up and down. Now, guys, this is a nice feature because if you were to crack the front two windows, it gives you a nice draft from the back. But don't do what I did one time. If you've got like debris or hay or something like that, it'll suck it inside the truck. So you've just got to make sure that your bed, I should say, your bed in the back is actually clear. So number two, this one has as an option the panoramic sunroof. Okay, so here is the shade. Okay, by the way, look at that, come all the way forward. Now that's if you just want to open the shade, but if I wanted to open up the sunroof itself, watch what happens here. Look at that. It's really nice because the folks sitting on the back seat can actually see up and out of the clear sky. I got to tell you something. I never thought that I'd want a sunroof on a pickup truck, but after seeing that, I got to tell you, that's probably one of those things where now you got to have it since you know it's actually there. So you got to see that and actually check that out. All right, so here's another one here, driving glasses and or sunglasses, no big deal there. Here's something I really like though. So this mirror has a couple of functions. Now notice right here, we've actually got, you're able to program 3 different garages right across here on the bottom. But watch what happens to the mirror when I flip this actually forward there. Okay, this becomes a mirror linked to a separate camera. Now I'm going to prove something to you. Now, cameraman, do me a favor, look down at the backup camera. The backup camera and this camera are not the same. They're 2 separate cameras. Now, here's how I'm going to prove it to you. When I put that back in park, watch this. Okay? Now I get to select, and look what I'm doing. Okay? So here is the idea. If my cargo space, let's say I've got a refrigerator back there and I can't see around it, now I'm able to actually let that zoom in and zoom out. So it's like having a monitor in the back of your truck at all times. And as long as I've got it in this position here, that's showing out back. Again, when you've got a car, or think of this, if you had just bales of straw back there and you covered up your back your back glass, this would be neat to actually have there. Kind of a nice option right there. All right, so coming down right here, standard on the Limited is the big 14-inch screen. Now on the SR5, this is an option, but on the Limited and above, this actually becomes standard 14-inch screen, one of the largest of most of the ones in the industry there. Nice option. Now let's go back to that backup camera again, because this particular one does have the panoramic view monitoring right here. So here it is right here. I love these looks of this camera. Watch this. So this is looking forward right here. So basically, as I'm driving the truck, okay, let's get here. Now watch this. So I am pulling up to this vehicle. How close can I get to this vehicle out in front? Well, that's what these are actually for. And then this over here on this side is giving you like a topographical view of it right there. Now what it's doing is using these different camera angles to make us a lot safer at driving right there. So that's as far as I'd want to go. Now watch this as I'm going back. Now the blue lines show me where I am, but the yellow lines show me my predicted path, okay? So watch this if we would. I want to get into a space. All right. All right, so I'm backing up right here, and let's say that I wanted to back. Let's back up to the Ford truck back there, okay? All right, so look at this. All right, so I'm getting there. Now watch, my yellow box shows me my rate of angle right there. The center line shows me if I was trying to line up a trailer, I would do that. Look at that. All right, so the blue lines, remember that I need to center those on that space in the back, and I almost got it. I'm a little bit crooked right there. All right, now I want to tell you what these lines actually mean, okay? So you see right here, this is as far as I'd want to go. Now, if I wanted to have enough room to open my tailgate, then what I want to do is take and put that line right there, okay? So it lets me know that if I were to jump out, then I've still got room to open my tailgate. I want to talk about distances. The distance from that bumper to that red line is about 18 inches, and from that red line to that middle yellow line is another 3 feet. So that's the one that you want to use when you're actually want to open up your tailgate. But if I was just parking this truck, watch what I'm going to do. Even though that bumper sounds like, it looks like I'm about to have an accident, I know because I'm not at that red line yet that I am fine and right there. So that lets me know that I'm exactly 18 inches from the hitch on that vehicle that's actually in front of me there. Nice option on this particular car, okay? All right, now let's look at a couple more views here. So you got the one, oh, let me turn that back on. Oh, no, I want to go here. Let's go here. Okay, so that's shining back for, now look at this. I like this. This is shining out in front of me. What if there was the edge of a piece of concrete there, and I know that it would probably bust my tire? Look what it does. It lets me know at that rate of turn, look at this, where I'm going there, but also it lets me know that if I were pulling forward, how far I can go before I get off the edge of that concrete. Look at that, and it does it for both sides. I think that is just absolutely a fantastic idea. Whoever that engineer was, it's kind of really neat. Or let's say I was backing up and there was just a piece of steel sticking up out of the ground right there. It lets me know how far I can come, and look at my rate of turn there. So it's letting me know that right there on that side. It's just kind of a neat option to me. Now this is actually looking backwards right there. So instead of looking forward, looking backwards, and then look at this, even at the bed of my truck right there. Or if I had my trailer back there and I wanted to be sure my trailer is secure, I actually have got that. Just kind of a neat option that we've got there. That is called the panoramic view monitoring system. Again, because now I know it's there, that's one of those things, man, I hate to say it, I'd probably want that particular option. All right, so let's come on down right here. We have got heated seats on this side with 3 settings, okay? So 1, 2, and 3 there. Then we've got ventilated seats with 3 settings, okay? Right there on that side. And, of course, for both passenger and the actual driver here in the front of the vehicle. Now, this is actually a dual-zone climate control system. So all you're going to do is hit automatic, and then the fan responds in kind right there. So right now I'm comfortable at 70 degrees, but let's say my passenger wants it to be 73. So all my passenger does is jack it there. Now, when this person gets out, here's what you got to remember to do. Go back and hit synchronize. That way you don't make the air compressor have to split that up front. So just use that right there. When they get out, you just want that particular one right there on that side. All right? Coming down here, guys, this is a neat feature right here. This is called straight path assist right here. Okay, now let's talk about what that would mean. All right, now I am not good at backing a trailer, okay? So when you want a trailer to go one way, that whole thing. So if I want the trailer to go left, then I've got to steer the car to the right, and that gets a little confusing for me. What this does is once you get that truck and trailer lined up, once you hit this button, after you have named the trailer and done a couple of things here, so it says trailer backup guide, there are no trailers saved. You've got to go through the process of saving trailers. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to ask you how long the trailer is. How much does the trailer weigh? How many axles does the trailer have? And then it's going to get you to go through a series of driving movements in order to save that. Go to YouTube and find that video. It's not something you can do here at the dealership. You're going to want to practice that out in an empty parking lot at home once you've watched that video. But the neat thing is that this guarantees that the truck and the trailer will stay straight, okay? It doesn't mean that the truck is steering for you, although you will see the steering wheel move. But what the truck is doing is maintaining a straight line between the trailer and the truck that we've got there. So it's called straight path assist. Neat option, especially for a guy like me who can't actually back a trailer and back a trailer well. All right, right here, you've also got trailer brakes inside this vehicle. I remember when I first started, we would sell you a truck and then we'd have to run it to some outfitter store, get trailer brakes on the vehicle, get special this, special that. Now, guess what? This truck is able to do today what it can do. So max towing on this truck, I would say, is probably somewhere near, it's a hybrid and it's a four-wheel drive, so you got to subtract that weight. I'd say probably somewhere about 11,000 pounds, but it's able to do that right now. You've got the pins for it in the back. You've got the 4-pin connector and the 7-pin. You've also got the trailer brakes here and ready that we've got right there. All right, so a couple more things. Let's come on back right here. Traction control. You would never probably use this having a four-wheel drive. If you had a two-wheel drive vehicle, remember, this car will not let the wheels spin without traction, okay? So in the event that sometimes the best way to get out is to spin out, such as driving in gravel or sand, that's when you'd want to turn your traction control off. However, if I had a four-wheel drive vehicle, I would probably reach for this button here before I would reach here. Cameraman, rotate over this side for me. So here it is right here. We've got four-wheel drive. Can you see that right there for me? So we're going down the road, and as long as I'm doing 60 miles an hour or less, I can bring this vehicle into high four-wheel drive, okay? So all I'm going to do is push that down, and I can do that while I'm driving, 60 miles an hour or less. Now, for low four-wheel drive, I'm going to want to bring the vehicle. Let's put that back. Bring the vehicle to a stop. Put it in neutral, okay? And then we're going to go into low four-wheel drive, back down right there. Now, of course, low four-wheel drive, you want to make sure that you're in a situation where you're stuck and you're trying to get unstuck, or you're on a serious grade going up or down. That's when you'd want to use it. In my mind, anytime I put on low four-wheel drive, I'm not doing but about probably 4 or 5 miles an hour in order to drive safely. If I can drive faster than that, I would take it out of low four-wheel drive and put it back into high four-wheel drive. Let's take that back out. Let's put it back in neutral, okay? And then we're going to push up, and then right there, and then now I'm back down in the drive. I'm in a regular two-wheel drive mode. Now, you may say, some people pick on Toyota for not doing a full-time four-wheel drive system. I got to say this, it's all about gas mileage. When the vehicle, it's a, excuse me, a part-time four-wheel drive system is going to get better gas mileage because guess what? Most of the time, probably about 80% of the time, you're going to actually be in that two-wheel drive mode. So I think they actually hit it out of the park that we've got there. All right, so let's